Hey Campbell fans, Zach Burley here with Campbell men's soccer player Adrien Gameiro. First of all, Adrien, thank you so much for being here.
Of course, that's a pleasure.
So we just want to talk a little bit about your background because you have an interesting one. You grew up in a place, Corsica, which is part of France, but it's an island in the Mediterranean. I think most people here in America know it as the home place of the second most famous Napoleon in America. What was it like growing up on this Mediterranean island that's part of France but is separate?
It's very different compared to France and the United States because, you know, it's a very little island, but we have our own culture, which make us big. We are very proud of us, and we have our own history with Napoleon and stuff like that. So it's very different. I'm very proud of it. So it's a big thing for me to be in the United States because I'm from a little, part of the world.
What is the soccer culture there like? Is it different from other areas? Because it's a little bit, you've got the Italian influence, you've got some French influence. What is it like on Corsica?
It's kind of good between both. Like we have the energy and the intensity of the game. Like we want to win every 1v1 and stuff like that. But we also have the culture, like the tactical culture from France. So I would say a good between.
Yeah, and that's got to be in stark contrast to how it is here.
Yeah.
Well, how different is it in Europe, specifically Corsica, but it's at large, as to the way it is here?
It's very different. Most like even more because of the intensity. Because in the second half you have all the subs that increase the intensity of the game. So it's very different. So in France, it's more like tactical things, like very specific things, tactical to stay in the shape and stuff like that. And I would say in US, it's more about the intensity, run a lot, play and fight for each other and stuff like that.
That makes sense. Now, obviously, you come over here. You're not the only international guy. There's a lot of cultures, a lot of languages. What has that been like for you? Has it made it easier to fit in here, knowing that you're not the only one going through this?
Yeah, definitely. It feels good to feel that. I think that's a big part of Campbell. That's a very good point about it. There are a lot of internationals, so when I arrived here, I always think like I'm at home, Like everybody is from a little part of the world, and it makes the beautiful of this university, I think.
I want to ask you a few quick fire fun questions. Who was your favorite player growing up?
It was Messi, definitely.
Messi.
As you can see, I'm trying to not play like him, but I have kind of a little bit of the same style, I would say. So yeah, definitely Messi.
I gotta be honest, I was expecting a little Thierry Henry, maybe. I got to stick with the French thing. Where were you for the final in 2018?
It's a hard question because Messi is my favorite player and I wanted to see him, so I was kind of neutral about it. Yeah. Because I'm from France, but I wanted Messi to win. So.
Okay, I get it. If you could play at any stadium in the world, which one would it be?
The Barcelona one, the Camp Nou.
Yeah, the Camp Nou.
Barcelona is my favorite club. It's not the player. It's just big history, and I love this club so much.
Yeah, I like that. I would have to go with the Maracanã in Rio de Janeiro, the Brazilian national team stadium. That would be amazing.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So I want to ask to kind of wrap up a little bit. Your signature celebration, and I remember there was one right down here on this goal. I think it was the Winthrop game maybe you scored, and I mean it was just this big yell. You could just tell there was this big release of energy. I think it might have been your first goal. It's very clear that you're passionate about the game, and people say that soccer is more than just a game. Football is more than just a game. It transcends nationality. Obviously, there's so many of you guys that are from different countries, and it transcends humanity too. There's so many beautiful moments with the sport. For yourself, do you feel that? Do you feel like this is more than just a game? It's more than just kicking the ball?
Yeah, definitely. There's a lot of very specific thing on the field, but also you have to be passionate if you want to work hard every day. Because we have to run a lot. Mistakes are not included in your game, so we don't have to do a lot of mistakes. So if you're not passionate, if you don't want to work hard, you're not made for this sport, I think. Yeah. Because you have to give everything for this sport if you want to attain a high level or the next level.
Lastly, I want to talk about this group that you're playing with. A lot of really talented guys, and from any time that I've spent around, you would never know that you're from different continents, you have different religions, you have different languages, because there's always a mixture. It's not always English, it's always something, but you guys are such a tight-knit group. Tell me a little bit about the culture of this group, that you guys can be so connected, yet so different in your backgrounds.
The thing is, when we arrive here, we know the expectation is to be a family. So we have to fight for each other, do the efforts for each other, run for each other, etc., etc. So I think it's because of thanks to the standards. Because when we arrive here, you have to be a part of the family, and if you are not a part of the family, you just leave. Yeah, that's how it is.
That's awesome, man. Well, I want to thank you so much. Your English has gotten so good since you got here, and that is so impressive because I know that's not easy to learn a new language and then do an interview like that. There's a lot of pressure for me, and I speak English, so congratulations.
Thank you so much. It's getting better every day.
Yeah, thanks so much for your time. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
Thank you. Bye.